So you're building a startup. You're completely focused on the product, the team, the growth. I get it. But what about the money? Honestly, getting the financial side right can be a massive headache for founders. So today, we're going to dive into a guide to help you find the right financial partner to help you scale.
And this quote, man, it just nails it. Your finances aren't some background task you can ignore. They're literally the engine of your company. If your accounting can't keep up with your growth, well, the whole vision can grind to a halt. That's the core problem we're tackling. I'm sure this story sounds familiar to a lot of founders out there. You're the innovator, right? Not an accountant. But struggling with the numbers isn't just some small problem, it directly hits your cash flow, your compliance, and your ability to grow. If you get it wrong, it can cost you everything. And that's the big mindset shift right there. You're not just hiring a bookkeeper to check some boxes. You're looking for a strategic financial partner. You need someone who actually gets the startup world and is built to handle the beautiful chaos of scaling up fast. All right, so who are these partners? Let's get to the good stuff, the solutions. We're going to walk through the top firms from the guide and break down exactly what makes each one a serious contender for startups. Okay, coming in at number one, we've got Bay Forward. So what's their story? Well, they were literally built from the ground up with one mission in mind: to serve startups and fast-growing businesses. Their whole model is designed around your journey. So what do they actually do? You've got the essentials, of course, like bookkeeping and tax stuff. But look closer. You see financial modeling and startup advisory. This isn't just about recording what happened. It's about planning for what's next. But here's the real kicker, what really puts them at the top. It's not just that list of services. They build financial systems that can actually scale with you as you grow. And they give you clear insights, not just a stack of reports. That's absolutely critical when you're managing your burn rate and thinking about that next funding round. All right, next up at number two is Pilot. And if you're in the startup world, odds are you've probably heard of them. They're a really big player, especially in the tech scene. Their services really zero in on the core things a startup has to get right: super clean bookkeeping, expert tax help, and this is a big one, access to CFO-level support for those major strategic decisions. Pilot's superpower is its tech-first approach. It just seamlessly integrates with all the modern tools your startup is probably already using. And what does that mean for you? You get clean, simple financial reports that a busy founder can actually look at and understand in like 5 seconds. Coming in at number three is Kruze Consulting. Now, these guys have mastered a very specific and incredibly valuable niche. We're talking about venture-backed startups. And trust me, that specialization is everything. If you've already taken on venture capital or you're about to hit the fundraising trail, Kruze just gets it. They know exactly what VCs want to see, and they prepare your financials to meet those unique demands. Fourth on our list is Bench Accounting. Think of them as the go-to for making bookkeeping super accessible, especially when you're just getting started. So who's Bench perfect for? It's really for that early-stage founder who needs straightforward, affordable help. If you just need to get your basic bookkeeping in order without a ton of complexity or high costs, Bench is a fantastic place to start. Of course, the guide also looks ahead because your needs are going to change. You've got firms like Indenaro, which blends accounting and strategy. As you start scaling up toward the mid-market, a firm like RSM becomes a key player. And for those huge growth and expansion phases, you've got the giants like BDO. Each one fits a different, more complex stage of your startup's life. Okay, so we've seen the what, the big list of names, but now for the part that really matters, the how. How do you actually pick the one that's right for your company right now? Let's break down that framework. This is the question every single founder has to ask themselves. And the answer isn't about finding the quote-unquote best firm in general. It's about finding the best firm for your specific stage and your specific needs. And this slide just lays out the journey perfectly. Look at the early stage. Your needs are pretty simple: bookkeeping and a little bit of guidance. But then, as you move into that growing phase, you start needing things like forecasting and financial planning. And finally, once you're funded, it's a whole new ball game, right? Investor-ready reporting and airtight compliance become totally non-negotiable. All right, let's bring this all home with the core message from this guide, because this decision is about so much more than just crunching numbers. It really boils down to this: you're not hiring a vendor, you're choosing a partner.
A partner who really understands the DNA of a startup, the speed, the funding pressures, and that constant need to make quick decisions with clear financial data.
And this quote from the article's conclusion just says it all. Making the right choice from the beginning isn't really an expense, it's an investment. An investment that pays off by preventing costly mistakes and giving you the financial confidence you need to scale aggressively.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Take a look at who's handling your finances right now. Are they just keeping the books, or are they a true partner? One that's built to support your biggest ambitions. The answer to that could define your future.